Hello to everyone. Who am I? I am William Katla. As you can see on this page, we are two of us. The first person you see here is Mr. Victor Esombe, who is the national partner of MLC Engineering for Cameroon, and I am his assistant, William Katla, and I'm the one doing this presentation in order to enable you to understand this project and eventually become shareholders. So before starting, I will first let you watch a small video that has been done by the CEO of MLC Engineering. The video is a summary presentation of the whole project. So be attentive and let's watch the video. It's like 4 minutes, and after that, we'll continue with our presentation.
Hello, I am Ivan Saltanov, founder and CEO of MLC. In this video, I will talk about our project that is changing the lives of millions of people and creating new opportunities for investors. Our field embraces new technologies in medicine and environmental preservation, science for human and planetary health. We are now gearing up to launch a unique in-house product, a continuous blood glucose monitoring system known as a CGM system, on the international market. In this video, you'll learn why investing in our project is a chance to be part of a revolution in healthcare. Diabetes mellitus is a pandemic. More than 500 million people are affected today, and every 10 seconds, 2 people die from its complications. Advanced Continuous Blood Glucose Monitoring Systems, abbreviated as CGM, are needed to control the development of diabetes. The main limitation to establishing new CGM companies is the need to develop complex proprietary technologies. Therefore, despite the advances, modern CGM systems remain inaccessible to the majority of the world's population. The world needs a solution that combines innovation, affordability, and scale. We set up our own R&D center, the CGM Technology Development Center. Our technology is backed by the experience of experts who have been working in this field for decades. As a result, our developments have become breakthroughs and enabled us to be now on the same technological level with the global CGM manufacturing brands. Our CGM system utilizes the best proven technological solutions. The new generation sensor lasts up to 15 days without replacement, is completely painless, and can be manufactured at up to 30% less cost than its counterparts. It is integrated with your smartphone, transmitting data in real time, has an alert function when glucose levels get high, constantly being enhanced by using internationally proven progressing towards building Hello, I am Ivan Saltanov, founder and CEO of MLC. In this video, I will talk about our project that is changing the lives of millions of people and creating new opportunities for investors. Our field embraces new technologies in medicine and environmental preservation, science for human and planetary health. We are now gearing up to launch a unique in-house product, a continuous blood glucose monitoring system known as a CGM system, on the international market. In this video, you'll learn why investing in our project is a chance to be part of a revolution in healthcare. Diabetes mellitus is a pandemic. More than 500 million people are affected today, and every 10 seconds, 2 people die from its complications. Advanced Continuous Blood Glucose Monitoring Systems, abbreviated as CGM, are needed to control the development of diabetes. The main limitation to establishing new CGM companies is the need to develop complex proprietary technologies. Therefore, despite the advances, modern CGM systems remain inaccessible to the majority of the world's population. The world needs a solution that combines innovation, affordability, and scale. We set up our own R&D center, the CGM Technology Development Center. Our technology is backed by the experience of experts who have been working in this field for decades. As a result, our developments have become breakthroughs and enabled us to be now on the same technological level with the global CGM manufacturing brands. Our CGM system utilizes the best proven technological solutions. The new generation sensor lasts up to 15 days without replacement, is completely painless, and can be manufactured at up to 30% less cost than its counterparts. It is integrated with your smartphone, transmitting data in real time, has an alert function when glucose levels get high or low. The mobile app functionality is constantly being enhanced by using internationally proven practices. We are gradually progressing towards building our own ecosystem for health management using modern technology and AI. The CGM market is growing by 15% annually, but today 80% of sales are concentrated in North America and Europe. We focus on untapped regions: Middle East, Asia, and Africa. 60% of diabetic patients live there, but less than 1% have access to CGM. Our goal is to win 15% of the international market in 5 years. That's about $4.5 billion in revenue and millions of lives saved. All our technologies and solutions are patented. We currently hold more than 10 patents. Their list and geography is constantly expanding. We have several in-house technologies and methods of blood glucose detection and select the most suitable for mass production, taking into account the price, conditions of subsequent storage, and other necessary factors. We are now in the process of mobilizing $40 million to establish the first line of our manufacturing company in China. We are setting up production following the example of the world's largest companies, replicating their established legal and logistics structure. We are forming contract manufacturing. This allows us to reduce the costs of production and ramp up production with no additional costs incurred. Our projections: reaching profitable operation in 18 months with ROI for investors amounting to 300% in 5 years. In 2 years, we have expanded the geography of our partners to 80 countries, established our own R&D research center, registered the technologies and obtained patents, started the formation of contract manufacturing. We are supported by major experienced contractors in China, and we have the best experienced experts in the team. It's not a startup, but rather a global project with a proven model. By investing in us, you're supporting more than just technology. You're giving people the freedom to live their lives with no fear. You are giving them the freedom they deserve. Join us to be part of a story where profit goes hand in hand with purpose. Let's build our future together.
Okay, so we just had a summary presentation of our project, And right now we'll go into a detailed presentation, and we'll start by talking about a very crucial or essential point. That is the founders of the MLC engineering project. Who are they? You know, when we talk about a project, the people or the person behind the project is a key or an essential factor to the success of the project. Because if the people that are the founders or that are developing the project do not have enough experience to do that, we can be sure that the project has a lot of chances to fail. But thank God in this project, we have a lot of competent people, amongst which we have Ivan Saltanov, who is the CEO, the main founder, the brain behind this project. And he's accompanied by Elena Saltanova, who is his wife and a co-founder of the project. We also have Maxim Kolomiets, Sergei Melenkov, and Marina Minova. What I can tell you about these people is that these people have experience. They have worked in other startup projects and they know how to develop such projects. And for you to have more information about them, we have a document in our back office, in the MLC back office, that is known as the founders. And there you will have the detailed resume of all of them. You will know exactly what they have as experience, where they worked, and you will be able to understand how they can be of importance for the success of this project. And one thing I will mention is that for us or for you people who wish to become shareholders of an international project like MLC, it's very important for you to be sure that the people that are behind the project are competent. So take time, make some research. Today we have internet, we have Google, we can make research on anyone and have information about those people. So I will encourage you to make some research to understand who is Ivan Saltanov, who is Elena Saltanova, who is Maxim, who is Sergei, who is Marina, for you to have a better understanding of the project. Okay, now let me go further and I'll be talking about the vision or the objective of the MLC engineering project. Sorry, I did not even mention what MLC means. MLC means My Life Control. So MLC is an international company, is a project that is based in the medical technology sector. And what we want to achieve here is that we develop modern and innovative systems for detecting and diagnosing health problems. Meaning that our main focus is to help a lot of people around the world to be able to monitor their health and also to control their health and know when they have an issue in order to take appropriate actions in order to control it. And what is good is that today we have our first objective in this big goal. The first objective is to produce what we call CGM glucometers in order to help a lot of people around the world who suffer from diabetes to be able to control their diabetes. And these are some data, some statistics that have been recorded by the International Diabetes Federation. And from this information, we can understand that we have around 600 million people around the world who are suffering, who have been diagnosed as diabetics. So there are a lot of people out there who are in need of potential solutions to control their diabetes. And this means that diabetes today becomes a world crisis in terms of health issues because there are a lot of health issues, but diabetes is one of the most dangerous and is taking a lot of space because if we make some statistic like in the years 2015 and now in 2025, it's like the disease has been increasing tremendously, meaning that we need to address it quickly. And that's why MLC came out with this idea to develop modern CGM that will help a lot of people around the world to control their health, in particular their blood sugar levels. Another reason for this first objective we have of producing CGM is that the founder of our project, Ivan Saltanov, is also someone who has diabetes, and for many years he has been suffering from diabetes. And he gave himself a challenge that was to find a device or a system that could help him measure and also control his diabetes, his blood sugar level. And he came across what we call the CGM glucometers. That is a glucometer that helps to measure the blood sugar level continuously. And the CGM gave him a lot of advantages. With that, he was able to control his health and his blood sugar. So he said to himself, he will develop that and sell around the world to help a lot of people like him who are suffering from diabetes, in order for those people to also have better better health conditions. So we have the first reason as the statistics that we have here on this slide, more than 600 million people who are diagnosed. But remember that those diagnosed are those who went to the hospital for a checkup, but there are a lot of people out there who are in their homes, going to work, etc., but are already infected with the disease and yet they don't know. So we can even potentially say that we have like 1 billion people out there who need this product. And so the second reason is our founder himself, being a diabetes, he suffered from it, found a solution in the CGM, and now he wants to produce it and give it as a solution to other people like him in the same situation. So we can see that behind this project, there is a humanitarian mission of helping those in need of this product to have it and be able to have better life conditions. Okay, so why are we talking about the CGM glucometers today? Let's say that before the CGM came, we had what we call the classical glucometers. That was the glucometer that was used in the past and is still used in a lot of our hospitals here in Africa in order to measure the blood sugar levels. And generally, in order to make that measure, we have to to collect blood sample and then check it in the glucometer. And we can see that with that um, with that classical glucometer, we had a lot of limitations. Like if I want to control my blood sugar levels like 10 times a day, it means that I have to collect 10 different blood samples at different times in the day. And also, let's say I take or I make my checkup at 10 a.m., I'll make another one at 12. There are 2 hours that separates 10 to 12, and something can happen that changes my sugar levels and cause some problems to my health. So in between those 2 hours, what happens in your body, you are not aware of it, and that is a risk to your health. And so that classical glucometer is somehow limited. Meanwhile, the CGM does not have that limitation. The CGM is a modern captor that is directly placed on the arm of the patient and is connected to a smartphone, meaning that every variation, every minute, every second that passes, if you have a change in your blood sugar, you are immediately informed via your phone. And that helps you to take appropriate measures in order to control your blood sugar levels and bring it back to a normal position. And talking about the CGM, I'll show you in the next slide the CGM glucometer that MLC Engineering has already produced, because I'm not talking to you about a project that is to be realized, but I'm talking about a project that is already realized. Because in 2022, when the project started, it was still an idea, it was on the paper, but today we have a lot of material and tangible evidence. We have a lot of structure, and we already have our own product, our CGM Fly product. So look at this small video.
Да. И хочу добавить, мне интересно сказать, что единственная точка, которая интересует наших партнеров, наших инвесторов, тех людей, которые сейчас в онлайне смотрят
được một thiết bị CDM Fly để đem về Việt Nam.
для тех людей, которые сейчас находятся в онлайне, мы передадим.
So in this image, you see this man who is called Do Quang, and he's the national representative of MLC for Vietnam. You know, this year in last month, MLC organized an international conference in Shenzhen in China, and MLC invited his national partners from different countries to come and have some moments with the company. And during that conference, as you can see, the national partners received their own samples of the CGM glucometers. So this glucometer you saw in Do Quan's hand is actually the glucometer that has been produced by MLC. So this is our real product. So I'm not talking about an idea, but I'm calling you to come and become shareholder of a real product. In 2022, I say it again, it was an idea, but now it is a real product that I'm calling you to finance and become shareholders. Now, in the next slide, I'll show you a video that shows how the glucometers have evolved from the classical glucometers to the CGM glucometers. So look at the video closely, and after that, we'll continue our presentation.
CGM Fly, Evolution of Blood Glucose Measurement. Methods of measuring blood glucose levels are constantly being improved in an effort to achieve simplicity, accuracy, and convenience. How did it all start? Conventional laboratory tests gave accurate readings, but required regular visits to the doctor and long waiting time to get the test results. Convenient? No. Easy? Not really. Conventional glucose meters made it possible to self-monitor blood glucose levels, but required frequent finger pricks and did not provide regular monitoring of readings. Painful? Yes. Reliable? No. A continuous blood glucose monitoring system is easy to use and enables monitoring blood glucose levels in real time. Comfortable? Simple? Reliable? Yes. CGM Fly is an innovative solution for glucose monitoring. Become a part of our project. Together we are shaping the future of technology.
So this is a video that exactly shows us that before we had the CGM, there were other methods through which we were able to measure our blood sugar levels, but those methods presented a lot of limitations. And so we had to make some research to innovate before we had this product that is called the CGM. And talking about the CGM, I will show you exactly how the CGM works, because it is good to understand that CGM does this and that, but if you can see actually how it works, you will better understand it. So watch this video in order to have a global idea of the function of the CGM.
Allow yourself more freedom and confidence in managing your health. With CGM Fly, you can live a vibrant and fulfilling life without the constant restrictions and worries about blood glucose levels. Our Fly system provides continuous monitoring and accurate data. You can make informed decisions about your diet, physical activity, and diabetes management without having to stop to constantly check your glucose levels. With CGM Fly, you can confidently enjoy every moment of your life, knowing that your health is safely under control. Let your dreams skyrocket with Fly.
As you just saw in the video, that man was on his laptop working, and at the same time, he had his CGM MLC glucometer on his arm. When he was working, he had an issue with his blood sugar levels. And as he had the glucometer on his arm, he received an alert on his phone from the CGM glucometer that informed him that his blood sugar levels were very low. So he had to take an appropriate measure in order to help his sugar level to go back to a normal level. And he took some fruit juice in the refrigerator. And after that, he received another alert that enabled him to know that his blood sugar levels were at the right position. It means that with the CGM, you do not need to be the one to control your sugar levels anymore. No. You just put the CGM on your arm, you connect it to your smartphone, and anytime that your blood sugar levels either goes up or down, you receive immediately an alert that helps you to know exactly where your blood sugar level is, and even it helps you with some actions that you can do in order to take back your blood sugar levels to a normal position. This means that with the CGM, there is no more worries about the blood sugar level problem. No more, because it is controlled 24 hours, 7 days on 7, without you doing any efforts. You do not need anymore to go and take blood samples and check it over and over again. No. As the CGM is on your body, you can do whatever you want at any time you want. And if there is a minor issue, you will receive immediately an alert on your phone that will help you to know where the problem is and how to control the problem. So today, CGM is exactly what a lot of diabetic people around the world need. And so MLC, today we are that company that is producing CGM. It is true we are not the first company, because in the world there are other companies and even very famous companies like Abbott Laboratories and Dexcom that have been in this industry for decades and have been producing CGMs. But in this market, there is a lot of space because the market is so big. The market is so large. The market is growing every year. And there are a lot of people that are getting sick every year. And so there are a lot of people in need of the CGM. And these are some statistics that help us understand that we are in a flourishing market, because the demand for CGM will be growing every year. The first thing to understand is that the demand for CGM right now is not even met by the selling capacities, by the supply, but still the demand will be increasing. It means that the market has almost infinite possibilities. And let's look at the market dynamics for the 20 years to come, that is from 2025 to 2045. And here we are looking for the market dynamics in Africa and Middle East. What we can say about this is that these are some statistics that have been collected by a famous Russian marketing company that is called Mega Research. You can maybe go to Google and search who is Mega Research. You will better understand what I'm talking about. And according to Mega Research analysis, by 2045, the Middle East and Africa CGM market will show the highest growth rate of all regional markets, amounting to 22% per year. Thus, by 2045, the market will increase 69 times in volume and 62 times in value. It means that the demand for the CGM in Africa and Middle East by 2045 will increase by 69 times. I wanted to say percent, but not percent, 69 times. Meaning that if we have a demand of maybe 10 CGMs per year right now in Africa and Middle East, we'll do that 10,000 or that 10 times 69, meaning that the market will grow in a tremendous way. And this for MLC in terms of market represent a lot of sales, because the main market that we focus on is not Europe or America. No, it's first like markets like Africa, Middle East, India, Asia, those markets. And so this is also a market dynamics for the UAE. And here we can say that during the forecast period, the UAE market is expected to grow at one of the highest annual growth rate by 2025, by 25%, sorry. Sales of CGM system will grow by 102 times by 2045 from USD 35 million to 3,587 million. It means that in the UAE, we also have a lot of potentials in terms of growth of the market, in terms of sales, and also in terms of future benefits. Another market that we can explore is the Western Europe. And here we can say that the market will increase by 18%. And we are going to have an annual growth of 35 times in volume. This is another statistic that shows us that also in Western Europe, we'll have an increase in the demand of our product, because we expect more people looking the tendency or the how things are going right now. We expect more people to have diabetes and surely need the product for their health control. But one thing I want to make clear here is that not only those who suffer from diabetes need the CGM, because the CGM has two roles here. The first one is to prevent people that are not yet diabetes to become diabetes. It means that a person who is not yet sick needs to use the CGM in order to prevent himself from becoming diabetes. Because if he knows exactly what are his sugar levels, he will know how to control his health in order not for him to fall in that disease. But now for those who are sick, the CGM helps to control. So the first one, in the case where he is not yet sick, it is preventive. But now for someone who is sick from diabetes, it becomes a system that helps to control his health by helping him to track his blood sugar levels, to know exactly where it is, and for him to take appropriate measures and actions to always control it and bring it back to a normal level. So we go to this other market, that is the market of Vietnam, and the market also shows tremendous growth by 2045 of about 29 times. All these statistics is here to inform us about one thing. The market is very huge. And as I said, our market is everyone. It's not just about diabetics. It's also about those who are in good health, because to preserve and maintain their good health, they need the CGM to control the blood sugar levels. So the market is large, the market is big, and now we are in need of finance in order to go through with the production of our CGM. Before that, let's watch this video. That is a video that has been made by Mega Research about the market tendencies and the perspective and dynamics for the 20 years to come.
MLC and Mega Research, facts, trends, global investment prospects. The world is changing, and so is the approach to health along with it. CGM, continuous glucose monitoring, is becoming part of global medicine. Based on the marketing research data from Mega Research, conducted specifically for MLC, that focuses on the CGM market development in different regions, the right time to invest is now. Western Europe, leader in CGM deployment. Germany, France, and Spain, accounting for 51% of the market. Growth, 18% per year. Vietnam. Digital healthcare and awareness are on the rise. Demand for CGM, plus 15% annually. India. 77 million diabetic patients, but only 5% have access to CGM. The number of users is expected to grow 22 times. Africa. CGM is still rare, but the market is growing at 22% per year. Latin America. Diabetes accounts for 14% of deaths. The authorities are investing in technology. In Brazil, the use of CGM will grow by 90% in 10 years. UAE. Investing $1.5 billion in smart clinics. Sales of CGM systems will grow 102-fold by 2045. MLC mission. We are committed to making diagnostics affordable. We believe that health is not a privilege, but a basic right of every human being. Why does it make sense to invest in MLC now? The company owns intellectual property with an estimated value of over 100 million. A proprietary CGM Fly continuous glucose monitoring system with strong market potential has been developed. Preparations are underway to launch the first contract manufacturing facility in China. An international community of investors has been established to support the project. Technology is changing the world. Your investment is a contribution to the future. Join MLC.
All heard, join MLC, and we have a lot of evidence that our project is a project that is going to have success because we have a good product that we are bringing to the market. And one of the essential things that we need if we want to sell is to bring a solution to a given problem. And today on the market, we have a problem that is diabetes, and we are bringing a solution to that problem, a product that is needed, that is the CGM. And also we have a competent team, the team of founders and all those behind the project are working very hard for it to succeed. And a lot of good things are happening because the project started in 2022. We came together to become co-founders of MLC. We financed the project that was still in its first phase, and that was the phase where the project was working on the development of its technologies, because before producing the product, we had to work on the technological part of it and develop what we call patents. And today, MLC has over 14 patents. That proves that we have a team of people who are ready to innovate and work harder in order for our products to be the best on the market. With those 14 patents, we can technically say that we have a team of people who are able to compete. Because when we talk about technology, you should understand that technology every day changes. And if you don't have people in your team who are able to create new technologies and innovate, you will not be able to be competitive on the market. So that is a very good thing for this project. And the patents we have on the CGM product today are valued at around $100 million, meaning that if today MLC wants to sell the patent that we had on the CGM, we can potentially make up to $100 million. And what we have to know is that in order to develop those patents, we did not even invested up to $10 million, but we're able to produce a technology that we can sell for that much. Now, I'll show you another small video that retraces MLC from its beginning to now, and you will better understand all what I've been saying, as the project was still an idea on the paper, but today it is something that is concrete, real, and that is really structured.
Milestones in the history of MLC, from an idea to ready-made technology in 2.5 years. Usually, it takes 5 to 7 years to build a technology in the medtech field from scratch. MLC has done it in 2.5 years. How did we succeed in rewriting the rules? Here are the key milestones of our journey. July 2022, project funding start. 2023, expansion of the partner team. We are supported by more and more people in different countries. December 2023, registering the company in the UAE. MLC is a resident of Meydan Free Zone in Dubai. March 2024, registering the InnoBiosystems Research Laboratory. The best Russian researchers are engaged in the innovative technology development. July 2024, the first patents for the technologies are obtained. Unique research groundwork is laid. August-September 2024, the intellectual validated with new patents. We are making confident progress. October 2024, strategic session in Dubai with the participation of MLC's co-founders and leading partners. We continue to scale up. December 2024, pre-launch of the production line in China, shaping the first contract production line for our CGM fly system. January 2025, launching the company's office in Meydan Free Zone in Dubai. January 2025, expanding strategic partnerships, UICOM Investment Company. April 2025, MLC showcased its demonstration stand for the first time at AIM Congress in Abu Dhabi. April 2025, we have shaped an intellectual property portfolio worth $108,201,000. And that's just for China, because as certification expands to other regions, the value of the intellectual property will grow. April 29, 2025, a major landmark with all the MLC technology shares sold and the company officially entering the production stage. MLC has proven one can make progress faster in the world of medicine.
Okay, so here you have the history of MLC from its creation to where we are today, and we can see that a lot of good and positive things happened in this project, and we can say that it's all thanks to our developing team, that is the team of the co-founders. Because of their leadership, their determination, their knowledge, their experience, they are working hard, and we can see that the project is really developing and going forward. So we have them to thank, and now to go to the final stage of this project, that is the production of CGM. We are still in need of funds because we just launched the first production line in China, and we are looking forward for more investors to come and support our project in order for us to produce the CGMs. A lot of people might ask me, why are we going to China to produce the CGM? But the answer is clear. It is a strategic answer. The thing is that producing CGMs in Russia would have been a lot of money and time spent for us. Let me explain. Imagine that we had to first construct an industry in Russia, then equip the industry with modern material, and then look for money now to buy the raw material in order to produce. would have taken like 5 to 10 years to do all of that. But going to China is very easy. We just look for companies that already have the the modern equipment, who already have employees and experience, and we just enter in a contract with them in order to produce our CGM. It comes for us at a very low price, and it is easy for us to ship our products from China to other parts of the world. And something that a lot of people don't know is that the greatest companies in the world that we know, let's say Nike, Adidas, and a lot of American companies, produce majority of their product in China. They just add their brand to the product and they sell it worldwide. So we are just doing what great companies are doing. And I think that is the best way for us to be profitable and to quickly go ahead with our project. Because if we had to do, as I said, construction of a company, blah, 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 it would have taken a lot of time, resources, energy, and what are a lot of other things. But by going to China, it helps us to go directly to the essential part or point of things, that is production, and after certification, then commercialization. Okay, now this is our business plan, and this is the production plan for the continuous glucose system over the next 5 years. Right now, if we look on this table, we are in 2025, and what we plan to produce, and let me tell you that it has already been produced, is the first batch of 10,000 CGM fly of MLC. So this year we have already produced 10,000 CGM, but let me tell you that this batch of 10,000 CGM is the batch that we'll use for test, because we need to test our product in order for it to be approved. And also this batch will go through certification, because before selling in the world, we need to pass the various certification, and that will enable us to sell our product around the world. So we will use this 10 CGM for test and everything to ensure that it responds in terms of quality and usage to what we want. And we also have to pass the certification of our product through this 10,000 CGM we produced. Now, after we pass successfully the certification, in 2026, that is next year, we will produce our first batch of 1 million CGM. That will be officially the first production that will sell. That production will directly go to the market. After that, in 2027, we will produce 10 million CGM. In 2028, 20 million CGM. In 2029, 30 million. And in 2030, 40 million. So we can see that every year we'll add the number of CGM we'll produce. And let me tell you that with more CGM we produce and sell, that is potentially more benefits that the company will have, and also us who are co-founders, who are co-proprietors of the project. Okay, now I want to tell you why it is an advantage for us right now to join the project. The first thing is that by joining the project right now, we have up to 50% of the shares in the production, or in the first line production MLC, that are sold to us. So the co-founders will only possess 50% of all of the shares in this first line production in China. And we have the possibility also to buy up to 50% of all those shares. And what I can tell you is that 50% of the benefits that will be received every year will be shared with the co-proprietors, that is you and I, who are investing in the project today. So 50% of the benefits will be shared amongst us. Another thing that is an advantage for us is that there is a very low price of shares right now. That is, today shares are very cheap. The price is not that expensive. If we calculate, or if we convert the price from dollars to francs CFA, we can see that the price of one share right now is not even up to 2 francs CFA, meaning that it is very attractive. We've seen a lot of great projects that started back in the days with almost nothing as value, but today is worth billions in terms of capitalization. You can go back and see the history of companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, whatever you want. You will see that at their beginning, they were really nothing. It's like if we had that information at that time, we would have been able to buy a lot of shares and eventually today be millionaires. But we have this opportunity today with MLC because the shares are very cheap for now. And another thing is that we have that possibility to see our assets grow. As I was saying, we buy shares today at a very low price, and in 5, 10, 15 years, we can see the company grow and also the value of our assets grow, and we become, I would not say millionaires or billionaires, but what, in fact, it's just for you to understand that we have that potential to see a share we buy today for 2 francs, tomorrow becoming 600 francs CFA, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, etc., etc. And by then, we shall all be making money because the company is growing and also the shares, the value of the company is growing. Okay, so now what does the investors get? Because that is an essential point. When we invest in a project, it's because we want to get something back. And the first thing here is that before investing in the project, MLC submits us what we call an investment contract. An investment contract is a document in which we have all the terms that encloses this investment. It means that before you have to invest in MLC, you have to take your time to read the investment contract and be sure to understand them before you sign. And when you sign now, we give you the possibility to deposit money on the platform and start buying shares. After you buy your shares now, you can then register those shares in order to get what we call a shares certificate. So the second document you have here is a very important document, the share certificate. This share certificate is the document that proves that you are a co-proprietor of the MLC engineering project. So it is a document that shows that you are actually part of the MLC project. And it's a document that can help you justify, maybe at the bank, if you receive your dividends, it can help you justify that the money comes from the shares you have in the company. So it's an important document that we will have in this project. Another thing is now money, because yeah, we invest because the project is good, but it's because we want to have money in return. That is how investors think. We invest money in order for it to produce more money. But when shall we be able to get that money? So right now, we need to understand that there are two ways in which we can make money by buying shares in MLC today. The first way is that we will start receiving dividends by 2027. Remember, I told you that the first official production for sale will be made in 2026, 1 million CGM. When we produce in 2026, we sell in 2026. Then in 2027, we'll take time to make a, how do we call it? On va faire, we'll make le bilan, and we'll try to evaluate if we made benefits, and then remove all the charges, and then we will take half of the benefit and we'll share the benefits with all of our shareholders. Now, the second way by which we can make money is by selling our shares on the stock market. From now to 2030, MLC has in project to go on the stock market. And when we shall be on the stock market, all of us shall be able, if we want, to sell our shares. Because for now, we cannot sell our shares. We are just buying shares from MLC. But once we'll be on the stock market, if you people do not want anymore to be shareholders, you will have the possibility to sell your shares and make money. But let me remind you something. We encourage everyone to keep his shares as long as possible, because the more you keep your share, the more dividends you get over the years. as the company will grow. So it is clearly passive income that you can have over your lifetime, and even you can transfer those shares to your kids, to your grandkids, etc., etc. And as long as MLC will be a company that is growing, that is producing, that is existing, you will still continue to receive the dividends. Okay, so now in order for us to buy shares in MLC, we have what we call packages. MLC does not sell one share. We sell shares in what we call packages. They are packages of $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, etc. So we do not sell one share, no. We take a group of shares and we give to that group of share a value, maybe $1,000. And we can say that $1,000 gives you around 1.5 million shares. Let's say like that. So it means that we buy shares in packages. So I will invite you to go back to the person who invited you to this webinar, for that person to help you create your account on the MLC platform. That's the first step. Then he will help you to download the contract, read it, sign it. And after that, you'll be able now to deposit money and buy shares. Now, I want to talk to you about this promotional offer, that is the welcome offer, and it's for all those who are new to the MLC project. They have that possibility with only $100 to have up to 154,600 shares of the project. You know, normally for the old people like me, when I enter in my back office, I also have a package that costs $100. But the thing is that the package in my own back office that costs $100 only gives me 140,000 shares. But for the newcomers, MLC decided to give a special promotion. But remember this promotion is only available for 2 weeks after you have created your account. Let's say that you create your account today, you have 14 days to buy this package. If you don't buy it, it will disappear from your account. But you will still have access to other packages, still $100, but no more the same number of shares. You will have packages of 1,000, 2,000, etc., etc. So as I said, just go to the person who invited you, or if you don't have someone who invited you, you can just write to me on WhatsApp and I'll tell you what to do. Okay, this is another important information that I like to share during my presentation, is that MLC is an international company. MLC is developing around the world in different countries. People usually think that MLC is a scam that is coming to Africa or to Cameroon in order to collect money for blah, blah, blah. But when we take time to understand this project, we see that there are a lot of people around the world, in Dubai, in Germany, in France, in Benin, in Ivory Coast, in Cameroon, everywhere, that are part of the project. As you saw, I just showed you the presentation of the CGM. It was a national representative for Vietnam, Mr. Do Quant. So MLC is also in Vietnam, and it has a very big and large community there. To tell you that it is not a project that is here to play. It's a project that is really developing around the world, and that is attracting a lot of people from everywhere. Because MLC, through what we call crowdfunding, is giving the possibility to everyone around the world who is interested by this project to become a co-owner, to become an investor. So the project is not only for Cameroon, it's not only for Africa, but the project is for everyone. So don't think in your head that it's just here to scam Africans. No, I know that we've had a lot of bad experiences with a lot of investment projects online, but here we are talking about buying shares of a company that is creating a real product, and we have to wait for that company to be able to produce the product, then sell it, make profit before we can have our own. That is how things work. And since a lot of people are not ready to wait or to be patient, they are always going to those fake projects in which they tell them, put 100,000 today and you will have 10% every week. Logically, it is not even doable because the market shows us that we cannot only be having wins every day. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. But people just want to make wins every day, and so they go in those scams every day, and they lose a lot of money. So here is a project in which they do not guarantee us any type of lies. No, we are just on logical things. We are creating something that can help humanity. Come, help us to create it. And if we create it successfully and it works, we all share the benefits. That is it. It is logical, it is simple, it is clear. No scam. So this is the project we are presenting to you. And just to show you that MLC actually value its partner. Since last year, MLC has started with international conferences in which MLC invites all of its partners from different countries. And let me tell you something, MLC is the one who takes in charge transport, hotel fees, and everything for the number of days that the partners are invited in. Maybe it can be in Russia, it can be in Dubai, it can be in China like this year. MLC invites all of its national representative partners from different countries to come and meet with them, exchange, and talk about the perspectives for the year to come. So let's look at this video. That is a video that shows how the last conference in Shenzhen went. Hello, I see in the chat you say that you can't hear what's the sound. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the sound was okay, but the video was just here to show you how the conference went. I'm sorry if there was no sound. I was not aware of that. But for from what we've understood from the presentation, do you have questions? If yes, you can ask your questions and I will answer all of them. Okay, Michael. I was not aware that the mic was muted. Tell me, Mr. Ogechukwu, do you want to have the mic? I can just give you the possibility to open your mic, or if you want, you can type your question in the chat. So you have the different possibility. Either I give you the microphone, or you can type your questions directly in the chat and I will answer it. Okay. Okay, I just gave you the possibility to open your mic. Go on. Okay, Michael,
Okay.
please just wait a minute for
Okay.
Ogechukwu to go first.
Good evening from
Good evening,
Nigeria. My name is Ogechukwu Wonsisi. I am an investor and a shareholder with MLC since last year. My installment is still running. Please, I just want to ask a big question.
Okay.
For my investment, does it cover for all products of MLC all around the world, or is it limited to one country? That's what I want to know. And also, second question, is the dividend quarterly or annually? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your question. For now, the shares that we are buying only covers the CGM, because if you remember, the money that we are raising since 2022 is mainly going, or is only going, in the development of the CGM. So we are investing in the first product of MLC. So it is just for the CGM, not for the other products. Now, the dividends, if you bought shares that are in relationship to what we call the technology, the shares that were sold since 2022 to I think April or March 2025, those shares were about the technology. And from those shares, we shall have what we call royalties, about 3 to 4 times a year. But if you have shares of the first line production, you will only have dividends once a year. So that's the difference between those two types of shares and the dividends or the royalties we shall receive from them.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Mr. Michael, I think you had your hand. Let me just give you the mic. Michael Ime. Okay, go on, open your mic and ask your question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Katla.
Thank you.
Still from Nigeria too.
Wow.
I was invited to this MLC, I think on the 6th of September this year. And what I've been observing when I log into my back office so far, I think this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I need to be.
Okay.
I've even taken the advantage of make a gift of registering new partners who which we share 200 free shares with. I've verified them, and the MLC have issued their share certificate, which I've printed for a few of them, though not all of them yet. And I've started investing at least. I'm very glad to attend this webinar this evening. We don't have a national representative of MLC yet in Nigeria. So when I saw that Cameroon was hosting a webinar today and it's going to be held in English, I did my best to register and find a time to attend this webinar.
Okay.
In terms of the technology aspect, I think my inviter is in this webinar too. The introductory video that you played was what is sent to me as an update, which triggered me to find a way to be in MLC.
Okay.
The technology aspect, like you said, the royalty kind of, I think I'm seeing it like Facebook. This 2025, I've observed that Facebook has paid share dividends, I think 4 times this year, quarterly, though 1 time is still remaining.
Yeah.
And in terms of the CGM shares, which I am getting into now, I want to find out if there is a room to buy into the technology aspect of the investment of MLC. If that one or if it has been closed forever.
Okay.
While waiting for the share dividends that is going to be coming annually, one can still be getting some passive income from the royalty that will be quarterly in the technology shares. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate all what you said. And I also like that you are developing MLC in Nigeria. And here in Cameroon, we've always been doing these webinars in French since 2022. I've always been in the webinars presenting in French. So it's like 2 weeks now with the national representative, Mr. Victor Esombe. We said that in our community, we have Anglophones, but you see, we are only presenting in French. It's not good. We have to like level up and try to bring the informations to them. So that's why we are presenting in English. And what I can say about the technology share is that no, we can no more buy technology share. It is closed. It is done. It is closed. It is done. So now I don't know how we can do to have them. It's just that for those people like me who are still having payments or installments in the technological part, we have to pay without having any month that that we how can I say it? Because if we step 1 month without paying it, the package will be cancelled. And if the package is cancelled, we can no more get it back. So for those in the room who are still having technological installment to pay every month, please do not even try to step one without paying. If not, you will no more be able to have them back. So for now, Michael, there is no possibility. I've asked MLC a lot of time if we can restore maybe the packages that were cancelled. They said no, it is a done deal. So now it is only the shares of the production that are available.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you too.
I wish I will have your WhatsApp number so we can keep chatting.
Okay, no problem. I'll put my WhatsApp number in the chat. So if you have questions, I'll be happy to answer you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone has another question? Okay, I see that in the chat there is a lot of movement. Let me just look at the questions there and answer. Okay, that's my contact in the chat. Let me look at the questions. I can see that there Shadrach, please, what are the products of MLC now and the future products? The only product of MLC right now is still the CGM, and the future products are to come. It's true that we have some products that will go in the development of how do we call it, equipment to purify water. So I had a list, I think 2022, 2023, we had a list of around 10 different products that were to be produced by MLC in the future, but I forgot all of them because I am really focused on the CGM right now. I can see that Adair is having his hand up. Okay, you can go on, open your microphone and speak.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Evening, brother.
The future product I'm talking about is that this share that we're buying now in this MLC, the share, those products will be attached to these shares. We there be separate shares for them.
I'm not really getting your question. Please take it back.
Okay. We have this MLC is the company, right, that is producing CGMP.
Yeah.
So those future products are talking about the water purification and other things. Will they be under our shares in MLC? Will that one be separate shares?
No, they will not be under our shares. They will not be under our shares because the shares we are buying now are financing one product, the CGM. So if MLC wants to launch another product, I think that other product will have different shares.
Okay. So precisely now we're already dealing with CGMP.
Yeah, CGM. And if you even look at it closely, you will see that even CGM is divided into two parts. We have shares for technology and shares for production. They are different. And so if someone has share for technology, he will receive royalties for technology. And if he does not buy shares for production, he will not receive anything for production. So you see that it is already divided. And it means that to have access to dividends from production or technology, we must have shares in both sectors.
Okay, so now the share available now is share for products, right?
Yeah.
The technology have already finished, that batch already been closed.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So it's just CGMP product now dealing with the technology aspect have finished.
Yeah. But let me tell you that there is a very huge potential in what we are doing now. Maybe a lot of us today cannot measure it, but I just pray for this project to be successful, because if this project is really successful, I can tell you guys that in the years to come, we can have a lot of dividends that will be falling every year, because this market of the CGM is very large. It is a very large market. And if we can produce, get certified, and start selling every year, you guys will be happy to be part of MLC. Okay. Adeshina, you have a question. Do you want me to give you the mic? Okay, open my mic. Let me give you the possibility. Okay, Adeshina, go on. Open your microphone and ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
Hey.
This is Adeshina Adekunle. I'm also one of the investors in MLC since 2022, since the launch. So I have a question, please.
Okay.
Which is, we in Nigerians, we participated a lot in this MLC likewise, but we have no national representative. So we need a community in Nigeria that represent the interest of MLC likewise, because we can see the neighboring country like Togo, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, both Francophone country having community. So in order to expand the project, we have to have community in various countries. So having a representative in Nigeria likewise could also speed up and create more awareness to this project. So we need a national representative, and I think some has already mentioned earlier, sir. So we need someone who can represent our interest, the interest of the project, so the community in Nigeria for this project likewise. So can you help us with that? Uh,
Okay.
so
I think this is a question that we shall discuss. Bon, I just left my number there. Please write me, and later on we shall talk about it because to become national representative, there are some conditions, and I'll be happy to entertain you about all of that. So just write me later, and we shall have time to talk about all of that.
okay, thank you, sir.
Thank
So
you
the
too.
second question, just to that the last question is that the dividend the dividend being paid in 2027, just as we already think by 2027, if the profits comes in well, the dividend will be paid. Is there an actual price yet or till then?
Okay, from what I know and from what the CEO has been sharing, is that the cost of production of one CGM, when we take account all the different factors right now in China, the cost of production can amount to up to $15, and the selling price we intend to sell at is $40. It means that for every CGM that we sell, we are making a potential benefit of $25. So if you make 1 million CGM times 25, you already calculate how much it is as benefits. And now you will divide that benefit by 2, and part of the benefit will be shared to all those who have shares in the production sector. Now, for those who have shares in the technological part, we can expect even to have our royalties by 2026. Because remember, we will start the production of CGMs in 2026. And so before the production is done, we need to buy the technology first. So I think that by 2026, we can surely see something coming back to us in terms of royalties for us having shares in the technological part. You know, when it comes sometimes to figures and dividends, I don't like to give numbers. I prefer for the product to be sold, for the benefits to be made, than for it to be shared. Because a lot of people, when we tell them that we can potentially have maybe $10, $100, $50, they will keep their eyes exactly on that thing. And if it does not happen tomorrow, they will tell you that you told us that the dividend will come at this amount, but it did not. So sometimes when it comes to dividends, to things that have not yet been realized, I don't like to, I don't like to give, yes, that exact number, because I prefer the market to surprise us and for us to have those dividends the good way.
Definitely,
Mm.
definitely, I understand. So you've already answered the question, and I thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
So thank
Thank
you
you.
so much because when can we organize such a webinar like this? Because people need to be carried along about what they are investing in. And
Mm.
most of these webinars, they're always in this francophone, and not all of us understand this French. So we
Mm.
need this type of webinar
Okay.
oftentimes.
Don't bother. It's a resolution. As I said, I took it with the national representative of Cameroon. Every 2 weeks, we shall be having a webinar in English. So don't bother about it. So in 2 weeks, Thursday, 8 p.m., we shall have another webinar like this. I'll be presenting the project. You can invite your prospects and people you want to present the project to. If they are present, they will receive the presentation. So don't bother. Every 2 weeks, we shall have a presentation in English.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you too. Another question. Okay, I can see a question in the chat here is for women. Thank you so much for the presentation today, sir. Please, is it possible to have the videos you shared during presentation so that we can promote? Yes, please just write to me on WhatsApp, and I will transfer the videos to you. Oh, wait, I can even tell you where you can have all of those videos. Go to YouTube, and in the search bar, write MLCEN for English, MLCEN. You will see the channel, and on that channel, you have all the videos of MLC in English. So I send you to that channel on YouTube, MLCEN, MLC English EN. You go there, you will find all of those videos. It's exactly from there that I downloaded all of the videos I'm using in this webinar. Okay, you have another question. Go on, Ogechukwu. You can open your microphone and ask your question. Wasabia, please just wait a minute, and I will give you.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity once again. I just logged into my personal account. Can you please explain? My package is R&D production line 1. Can you please explain to me what that means? I also saw one part that says credited shares. It showed me the amount. Then R&D production line 1. Can you please explain to me what that means?
R&D means research and development. As I told you right now, we have two types of shares in this project. We have shares that are for research and development, and we have shares that are for the production, the first line production. So you clearly see in your back office that you have shares for the R&D, that is the research and development. So you will have to receive royalties 4 times a year for those shares. And you also have shares for the first line production. And for those ones, you will receive dividends once a year. And where you see credited shares, those are the shares you already bought that belongs to you. So on those shares you can already receive dividends because those shares are already your propriety.
Okay, but it said R&D / production line 1. The package I bought is installment for 30 months.
It means
R&D / production line 1.
That is a package of 50-50. 50% of the package was for R&D and 50% of the package was for production line.
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah,
I understand. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Washabia, you can open your mic. You have the mic. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So thank you for the opportunity. I actually have 2 questions. One was asked by Mr. Adekunle Adeshina. I'm also from Nigeria. We are actually, to some extent, a big, large community, but then we don't have a country representative. But since Adeshina has asked that question, I don't need to dwell on it again. My second question is, based on the financial contribution so far that partners and investors have been making, when do you think will this MLC be closed and possible enlistment on stock exchange? Yeah, over from here.
On stock exchange, okay, that's a good question. But to become or to go to the stock exchange, we have some prerequisite, if I might say, or some conditions. And one of the conditions I know is that the company must be in activity for at least 3 years. That is, the first question we can ask is MLC already in activity? That is no. Is maybe as from next year that we will start officially producing and selling, that we can say that is the first official year of production and commercialization. So we can wait for MLC to go on the stock markets by 2028, 2029, 2030. That is why in the presentation file, it is said that we'll go to the stock market anytime from 2025 to 2030. So we dwell around 2028 to 2030 for the stock market. But for now, we are still developing the project before going to the market. And it's at least after 3 years on the market that we can go to the stock market. Hello. Hello. Did I answer your question? No, I can see that he's no more in the room. Okay. I'll go back to the chat. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name not the right way. I'm not very used to Nigerian's name, but I'll get used to it. I'll get used to it. Felix said, thank you, sir. I am Felix Ibuchuku. Please, we need national representative here. Okay, no problem, no problem. I think that's a question I shall discuss with my national representative, Mr. Victor Isove, because he has that close proximity with MLC, with the company, and he shall be able to help you guys have a representative there. So I'll talk with him and I'll come back to you. Our next webinar is in 2 weeks. I think he will be present himself. He will be present, but I'll start talking with him about that. The investment will finish next month because it is since more than 2 years that the investment is going on. In fact, the investment can even go on for the next 3 years. There is no problem as long as the project is going to its objective. You know, the investment is going on because we have not yet achieved what we wanted. You want us to close investment now? Okay, we close it. Have we achieved the objective? No, it means that the project will fail. We are still open to investment because we are going somewhere. We have a vision that we want to achieve. And for now, we need money. And now, let me tell you that this is even the most crucial part of it. We have already developed the technology. Now, we just need a little bit of push to go to the production. And when we produce, we start selling. It is almost the finish line. So for me, it is now that we must invest as much as we can for the company to produce the captors and start selling them. Because when we start sales, we start to take in profit and we can distribute dividends. Okay, Mr. Felix, you have your hand up. Let me give you the mic. Okay, you can go on. Hello, Mr. Felix.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Evening, sir. Mr. Felix, open your mic, please. You are opening and closing it. Just open once and speak, please.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. Wow, you close it again. Go on, open again.
Okay. Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I'm Felix. I'm Felix Ejinkonye from Nigeria. I'm also an investor in MLC. So please, sir, I would like you to throw more light on, according to my dashboard, there is two things there. There is two columns of investment, CGM and first contract manufacturing line. So is I like to throw more light on that.
I'm not getting you very well. Please speak a bit louder.
Okay, sir. So I'm saying that in my back office, there is two investment column. There is first contract manufacturing and CGM. So can you differentiate two of them for us? Let me know which one is which. Can you hear me?
Please go on again, please.
Okay. Sir, can you hear me now? Can you
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
me?
Yes, I'm getting you.
Okay, thank you. So I have like two questions, but one is answered. That is an issue on national rate here in
Yeah.
Nigeria for us investors here in
Mm.
Nigeria. You have answered that one. So hopefully, we'll be looking forward to see how it's going to be resolved. And I must
Okay.
commend their effort for having a webinar in English because for long I've been typing in Facebook where they are doing that French webinar that we Anglophone country that we are not following. So I'm very
Yeah.
happy. Now we can have a webinar in English. So another one now at my back office. eh,
Yeah.
there are two investment columns there. One is CGM and the other one is first contract manufacturing. So I want you to differentiate it for me so that I'll understand more.
Okay. The first one is R&D CGM. R&D is the
Uh,
shares that we buy for
yes.
research and development. Those shares are shares
Okay.
that were present in the back office since 2022 to around March 2025. So the people
Yes,
who
you're right.
shares will receive what we call royalties around 4 times a year as from 2026. And now,
Okay.
where you see
Okay.
shares of the first line production, it is the shares that we are buying right now to finance the production of CGM in China. And from those shares, we shall receive
Okay.
dividends once a year as from 2027.
Okay. 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 Thank you very much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you. God
You're
bless
welcome.
you.
Okay.
Okay.
Bon,
Bye-bye.
do you still have questions?
For now, there is no question again. I'll be
Oh,
looking forward to see how they are going to give us national rate. Because once
okay.
we have national rate, it will help us to come together and
Okay.
reason as a family and think for the way forward. Because Mr. Additional, you see there, me and him, we have been rubbing mind together on how to go about it. So
Okay.
I've been calling Asoba, but you know, Asoba is speaking English, so he doesn't understand English.
Yeah.
So all efforts that we have been doing, it's not holding water at all. So there are some of my downline that they are here, they are listening to us. Somebody
Okay.
like Buzo, he's here. Shadrach is here. Other ones, they are not, they didn't call. So I would like us or like you to help us get, see how they will resolve it so that we come together as a family, reason the way
Okay.
forward.
Understood. No problem. Just let me a message on WhatsApp. As I said, I'll directly take that issue to Mr. Victor Isombe. And I think by the next webinar in 2 weeks, we shall be connected and we'll surely address that with you guys. Bon,
Okay. Okay.
I can see
Thank
other
you, sir.
questions in the chat. I'm seeing Nelson that said, I'm not comfortable with the decision of MLC choosing China as the country of production in the future. Other companies in China will fake our product. To fake our product, it will be difficult. You know, the product that you see, MLC, is not just about how do we say, in fact, the, the patents that we have that protect our product is not only about the technology. It's even about the style, the form of of our product, the color, a lot of things. So for people to copy our product, they will need to buy what we call licenses. That is why we are making those patents in order to protect our product. So there is no problem producing in China. All the great companies produce their products in China. Maybe that's something you don't know. I'm telling you, you can make research. All the great companies in the world today have manufacturing houses in China. You can make research. You'll see that. With this recent economic war between China and America, a lot of things were revealed. A lot of great companies in America produce their products in China. But they don't tell us because for them it's a lot of benefits. They produce in China for $10, they sell in the USA for $115 the article. So you can see that they cannot tell us everything. Sidonie says, and when we will begin to earn money. I said, as from 2027. Do you still have questions? If not, we shall just put an end to this webinar, and we shall come back in 2 weeks to listen to another presentation of the project. I will put this webinar on our how do we call it, on our YouTube channel. Please, maybe just one of you can write to me, and after, oh, wait, I have actually a channel or a WhatsApp forum in English. So I'll maybe send the link here for you guys to join that WhatsApp forum, so that you will be able to have the replay of the webinar. So just give me a minute. I'll copy the link and send it to you. Okay, Mr. Ogochukwu, sorry. Go on with your question. You can unmute and speak.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your prompt response and professionalism in presenting this opportunity to us.
Thank you.
I want to talk about the R&D and the production line 1 in China. I noticed that they are giving me more shares in production line 1 in China compared to the R&D. The R&D is just a little number of shares, and I'm paying every month $50. You get, and I'm getting more shares on the production line 1 in China compared to R&D. Why is it like that?
Okay, I understand you perfectly. There are a lot of reasons for that. The first being that, you know, the R&D is already ended, and the value of the R&D today is much more than the production value. As I said, today, the patents we have on the CGM, if we sell it, we can have more than $100 million.
Okay.
Meaning that R&D already has value. The second point that I will touch is that the number of shares in the R&D is lesser than the number of shares in the production.
Okay.
You get it?
Yes, I'm with you.
Today, we have 14 billion shares in the R&D, and we have more than 15 billion shares in the production. You can see that R&D has less shares, meaning that the profit will be shared amongst a limited number of people, so potentially more benefits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I will send the link here in, give me just 1 minute.
Yes, please. If you can send the link so that we'll have you on WhatsApp.
Okay, so that I will send you the replay of the webinar maybe tomorrow in the chat, the WhatsApp.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you have other questions, you can ask. I'm very happy to know that in Nigeria, that is just near us here, we have a lot of people who are interested in MLC, because I'm used to the Francophones. I know about Ivory Coast, Togo, Benin, all of those, but I was not aware that in Nigeria here there were a lot of people like that who were actually interested by MLC.
Long time ago, there was a time on Instagram and Facebook, I was asking, when are we going to have a national representative? When are we going to have a webinar in English? But thank God it has come. So it can help us. We'll be able to now to explain to anyone who is interested.
Okay. No, that is a good thing, and I'm happy to participate in that sense, to bring you the information, because I've been doing it for Francophones for like 3 years, since 2022. So yeah, it's just normal for me to do this.
Wow. Okay.
That's the link of the WhatsApp group. You can join. Okay, so you can just click on the link before we close the meeting room, and we shall stay in touch for
All right.
other questions. Is it okay? Has everybody clicked on the link? Sidoni, I can understand what you're saying, but what you're saying is not right. You say that 3 years is too long for the project development. Just make some research. Do you know the company that is called Google? I think you know Google because you have an Android phone, you have a PC. Google was created around 1998, but it took like 8 to 11 years for the investors of Google to start receiving what we call dividends. And there are a lot of companies like that before the investors were able to touch something, they had to wait for like 10 years. That is why sometimes in my webinars, I like to say to people that becoming a shareholder is becoming someone who is ready to wait for the company or for the project to develop and get and become successful before getting back what we invested. Because if we want to invest today and eat tomorrow, that is not shareholding, especially in startups. If you're a shareholder of a big company that is already in activity, then good, you can have your dividends every year. But when you invest in a startup, you have to wait for the startup to develop, produce, sell, make benefits, and then you can have something. So right now we are still in the development phase. And from what I can say, everything is going very well. Everything is going very well. It means that maybe someone gave you the wrong information. Because when I see MLC, I remember clearly in 2022, Mr. Victor Esombe went to Moscow to meet Ivan
By
Saltykov.
the question and answer session.
They met in a restaurant
I was asking
because
several.
MLC did not have offices at the time. But today, when I see everything is this structured, everything is okay, I can understand that things are going well. And I just project myself in 2 years from now. I can see that the project will be far again. So I would just invite you to be patient, to keep connected to the project, understand what's going on. And from there, you will have hope, you will understand, and you will not have such questions because you will know where your project is going. You will know what is happening at what time, and voila, you will be more convinced of the project. So thank you guys. Have a good evening, and we shall meet again in 2 weeks time for another presentation.
Thank you for the meeting, sir.
Thank you.